In this video, we're unboxing and replacing the coilover for the Honda CR-V. The coilover. The front shock with camber plate top mount adjustable damping. The adjustable in-link mounting bracket. The rear shock. The spanner wrench. The hex key. The instruction manual. The brand brochure. The decal. The following are the tools used for replacing the coilover. Large torque wrench. Extendable ratcheting wrench. Medium torque wrench. Large short extension bar. Large electric impact wrench. Large ratcheting wrench. Large long extension bar. 6mm hex key. Trim pry tool. Large 12mm long socket. Large 15mm long socket. Large 17mm long socket. Large 18mm long socket. Large 19mm long socket. Large 22mm long socket. Adapter. Large 14mm short socket. Large 15mm short socket. Large 17mm short socket. Large 19mm short socket. Use a transmission jack to assist with installation. Using the large 19mm long socket with the extendable ratcheting wrench. Loose the lug nuts. Lift the vehicle. Using the large 19mm long socket with the electric impact wrench, remove the lug nuts. Remove the wheel. Using the large electric impact wrench with the 18mm long socket, remove the sway bar in-link to strut retaining nut. Disconnect the sway bar in-link. Using the 12mm long socket with the electric impact wrench, remove the brake hose bracket retaining bolt. Using the trim panel pry tool, disconnect the wheel speed sensor harness clip. Using the large 19mm short socket, 22mm long socket with large ratcheting wrench, and large electric impact wrench, remove the strut to knuckle retaining bolt. Remove the bolt. Separate the strut from the knuckle. Open the hood. Prop the hood open with the support rod. Remove the weather strip. Remove the strut top mount cover plate. Remove the cover plate using the large electric impact wrench with the large short extension bar and 14mm short socket. Remove the strut top mount retaining nuts. Remove the strut. Here is the comparison of old versus new CR-V strut. We are installing a full-length adjustable coilover. Now let's adjust the coilover. Before adjusting, we will need an extra 6mm hex key. This coilover has an adjustable in-link mounting position. We use the 6mm hex key to loosen the upper bolt. Once the upper bolt is loosened, we can adjust the mounting base so we don't have to matching the in-link length. Now let's adjust the preload. Before adjusting preload, use the spanner wrench to loosen the preload lock ring on both sides. After loosening, set the spring preload to 7mm. Is the distance between the lowest and highest point of the spring? After adjustment, lock the preload ring back down. Here, we set the preload after producing. After preload is set, we can adjust the lower bracket to set ride height. To adjust the lower bracket, loosen the lower lock ring. We already have it loosened. After loosening, then rotate the shock body. To adjust the lower bracket height, it can also be done on the vehicle. When adjusting to the lowest height, make sure we have at least 30 millimeters of shock shaft remaining inside the shock body. This coilover kit allows a 1 to 3 inch lower. The top mount also has 24 clicks of damping adjustment. Turning counterclockwise softens the damping. Turning clockwise stiffens the damping. Adjust according to your preference. Install the strut. When installing, be careful not to damage the damping adjustment knob. Using the large short extension bar with the 15 mm short socket, assist to install the strut top mount retaining nuts. Install the remaining nuts. Using the 15 mm short socket with the large short extension bar, adapter, and torque wrench, tighten the strut top mount retaining nuts. Torque specific, 44 Nm, 32 foot-pounds. Install the top cover plate. Install the seal. Lower the hood support rod. Close the hood. Using the transmission jack, support the lower control arm and install the strut into the knuckle. Install the bolt. Install the nut. The upper bolt hole on the lower bracket has camber adjustment clearance. It allows for camber adjustment during four-wheel alignment. When installing, it is recommended to set both sides to roughly the same camber. Using the large 19 mm short socket, 22 mm long socket with large ratcheting wrench and large electric impact wrench, tighten the strut to knuckle retaining bolt. Using the large 19 mm short socket with the 22 mm long socket, large ratcheting wrench, and large torque wrench, torque the strut to knuckle retaining bolt. Torque specific, 157 Nm, 116 foot-pounds. Lower the transmission jack. Now install the sway bar end link. If there isn't enough clearance at the mounting position, we can rotate the mounting base until it is in the correct installing position. After adjusting it, use the 6 mm hex key. Tighten the end link mounting base retaining bolt. First, remove the base. The adjusting base bolt needs to be positioned on the back of the strut. Avoid interference with the wheel. Install the sway bar end link to the base. Install the end link retaining nut. Using the electric impact wrench with the 18 mm long socket, tighten the sway bar end link retaining nut. Using the 18 mm long socket with the adapter and torque wrench, torque the sway bar end link retaining nut. Torque specific, 78 Nm, 58 foot-pounds. Install the ABS wheel speed sensor harness clip. Install the brake hose bracket. We need an 8 mm nut for the installation. Install the bolt. Install the nut. Using the 12 mm long socket with the large short extension bar and electric impact wrench, tighten the brake hose bracket retaining bolt. Install the front wheel. Install the front wheel lug nuts. Using the large 19 mm long socket with the electric impact wrench, tighten the lug nuts. Lower the vehicle. Using the large 19mm long socket with the torque wrench, torque the lug nuts. Torque specific 150 Newton meters, 111 foot-pounds. Using the large 19mm long socket with the extendable ratcheting wrench, loose the rear lug nuts. Lift the vehicle. Using the large 19mm long socket with the electric impact wrench, remove the lug nuts. Remove the rear wheel. Using the electric impact wrench with the large 17mm short socket, disconnect the sway bar end link. Disconnect the end link. Using the 17mm short socket with the long extension bar and electric impact wrench, remove the shock to lower control arm retaining bolt. Remove the bolt. Using the 14mm short socket with the long extension bar and electric impact wrench, remove the lower control arm to body retaining bolt. Open the rear door and fold down the rear seat back. Under the C-pillar, we can find the rear strut top mount cover plate. Use the trim panel pry tool to remove the cover plate. Using the 15mm long socket with the long extension bar and electric impact wrench to remove the rear strut top mount retaining nuts, remove the nut. Remove the other nut. Remove the nut. Remove the strut. Now let's move to the rear coilover adjustment. The rear coilover is the same as the front. It is a full-length adjustable coilover with a spring overshock design, so the adjustment method is the same. The rear spring preload is set to 5mm. Adjust it by loosening the preload lock ring with the spanner wrench. Once it's loosened, then adjust the preload. Here, we set the preload after producing. Once it's adjusted well, use the spanner wrench to tighten the lower lock ring. After tightening it, use the spanner wrench to loosen the lower lock ring on the lower bracket. To make the height adjustment on the vehicle, we can rotate the shock body to adjust it. Just spin the lower body directly. When lifting it to the highest setting, make sure there is still at least 30mm of shock shaft inside the shock body. After adjusting, tighten the lock ring. If ride height needs further adjustment, it can also be done on the vehicle. The rear also features 24 levels of damping adjustment. Turning counterclockwise softens the damping. Turning clockwise stiffens the damping. Adjust according to your preference. Here's the comparison of old versus new strut. We are replacing the struts with a full-length adjustable coilover kit. When installing, be careful not to damage the damping adjustment knob. Install the lower control arm to body retaining bolt. Using the 14mm short socket with the long extension bar and electric impact wrench, tighten the lower control arm to body retaining bolt. Using the 17mm short socket with the large, long extension bar and electric impact wrench, tighten the shock to lower control arm retaining bolt. Using the 17mm short socket with the large, long extension bar and torque wrench, torque the shock to lower control arm retaining bolt. Torque specific 93 Newton meters, 69 foot-pounds. Using the 14mm short socket with the large, long extension bar and torque wrench, torque the lower control arm to body retaining bolt. Torque specific 74 Newton meters, 54 foot-pounds. Install the sway bar end link to lower control arm retaining nut. Install the nut. Using the large 17mm long socket with the electric impact wrench, tighten the sway bar end link to lower control arm retaining nut. Using the large 17mm long socket with the adapter and torque wrench, torque the sway bar end link retaining nut. Torque specific 38 Newton meters, 28 foot-pounds. Install the rear strut top mount nuts. Using the 15mm long socket with the large long extension bar and electric impact wrench, tighten the rear strut top mount nuts. Using the 15mm long socket with the large long extension bar and torque wrench, torque the rear strut top mount nuts. Torque specific 74 Newton meters, 55 foot-pounds. Install the rear strut top mount cover plate. Install the rear wheel. Install the lug nuts. Using the large 19mm long socket with the electric impact wrench, tighten the lug nuts. Lower the vehicle. Using the large 19mm long socket with the torque wrench, torque the lug nuts. Torque specific 150 Newton meters, 111 foot-pounds. The installation process for the left, front, and rear coilover is the same as the right side.